we're going to be going. And the pyramid just allows me to better see that path and focus on one step at a time. How do we get to that next level, which would be like the USL Pro League? We've set a goal publicly of 2018 for that. We're doing everything we can to achieve that goal. So,
without breaking news, do you ever hear from any international clubs, like with Rayo coming into Oklahoma City and with the new Miami NASL, and it seems like this would be a ripe environment for some international investment if the pyramid has any upward mobility potential.
We absolutely do. And we had to keep it hush-hush at the time, but about 8 months ago, we hosted a group from Mexico City who were very interested in a USL franchise. They were looking at Albuquerque and 2 other markets. They came in, we hosted them for about 4 days, got to show them our beautiful city, got to take them on a trolley ride around the city, show them what we had to offer, showed them the business world, showed them the sports world. Unfortunately, we weren't able to show him a game, but he got to see what we're about and what we've built. Unfortunately, they didn't pick our city, but as far as we've been able to track, they haven't picked one of the other cities yet too, so I'm not sure if they ended up buying a franchise or not. So I wouldn't say we lost out on an opportunity, but it was a good experience for us and opened our eyes as to what we need to be able to show the country and the world as to why we should have pro soccer here. Any other inquiries that you...
It starts to become rather interesting, and we've gotten to a point where we're turning more heads than we ever thought we were, because we get into certain arenas where people are like, "Oh, you guys are the guys from the Soul," and some of these guys would have never have taken 2 looks at us before, and now we're turning some heads with some local bigger dollars, locally and statewide. So money attracts money. So we continue to turn those heads, and the bigger fish will come.
When it comes to the pyramid, a lot of it comes down to financials. And you've got to have the right ownership groups. And as soccer has developed and gotten bigger and bigger, U.S. soccer and the leagues have become a lot more stringent on who these ownership groups can be. So without getting into too deep into the business side of it, at the end of the day, the soccer team is a business. And
that's a great tifo.
What's that?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. That was great. Get a look at Portland's tifo. Sorry for the. Do you have another question?
On that note, though, really quick, we're looking at and talking about the Portland tifos and creating the culture and developing that. So, if you think about it from the standpoint of myself, when I was playing, which was 20 years ago, Portland and Seattle were both in the same league.
Right.
So they have been around for 20 years.
Yeah.
So we're basically trying to fast track our growth and development so we can get there, which is what now a 3-year franchise with Portland Timbers.
More like 7, but I got your point. Yes. Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this up because the kickoff is coming. Andrew's got a question.
One last question with regards to USL. I'm assuming that's our next path, not NASL.
USL would be the natural next step, but NASL is certainly not outside of the picture. USL is by soccer standards considered 3rd division, and NASL is considered 2nd division.
But they're
attempting to go 2nd division by 18 or 19, I think. USL would be the more natural next step for us, being that we already have a business relationship with the league.
And again, final call for you guys. Anything?
Guess my main question, though, I didn't get to the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
That's fine. Is our expansion into NASL or USL more held back by financials and ownership, or is it held back by infrastructure?
Venue.
Because obviously, if we're playing at St. Pius, it won't work necessarily, and we need to have a venue that works for 2nd, 3rd division soccer.
It's both. Both have to be there, and it's kind of the chicken and the egg game, right? So we need the right facility to be able to play in to support a pro team, but we need a pro team to support building a facility. Yeah. So we're playing that delicate balance of we push here a little bit to attract more owners to the team, and then we push here a little bit to attract a city and county and state support and private investment in the stadium. And then you just got to kind of push both. And all this stuff goes on in the background as we're working on getting ready for this season. We're also working on what can we do to push the team forward. to move up.
Okay, so the final question goes for Bonner. He's asking, what can you tell us about Academy and or local rec, officially ABQ Soul FC? What do you got going on in the youth or the academy development aspects?
So the way we're at right now, we like to just support all youth efforts. We've definitely toyed around the idea of what if we were to start our own club. Quite frankly, I'm not sure that's the route we're going to take right away. It's you get in a position where you're starting a club to compete with a bunch of the clubs that support you already. Doesn't mean that we would never do it. It's just right now it's probably not the best step for us at this point in our
There's
business.
so many huge, well-established clubs here in the area.
There's 20,000 kids that play soccer in New Mexico that are registered to play soccer.
And the interesting part that Ron and I often write down and make sure that we adhere to is that we have one shot to do it right. If we blow it, then we've ruined it for anyone else to come. So we often take 2 steps forward and then really take 3 back to make sure that we're looking at it with clear eyes, so we don't create problems for ourselves moving forward.
Well, Lencho, you're a hero around here, man, and you've been through the shit. You've been through it, you've played it, you've seen it come and go. When I first got here in '98, I watched it was the Geckos at that point. The next year they're in Sacramento. I mean, we've been dying for a professional soccer team here, and you guys are the path to that. And so from Tolstoy, from Jeff, I'll say thank you guys. And thanks for meeting with us. Thanks for the beer, Ron.
Sure.
And cheers to our audience. We'll put this up on YouTube.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
if I could just get in a little shameless plug
Yeah,
for one of the
plug away.
companies that really help us exist.
Oh, yeah,
is our new presenting sponsor, and one of their company's employees is here today. This is Sean from SunPower by Positive Energy Solar.
Yes.
And those of you who've seen the new jerseys, they're the new jersey sponsor, and they will be for this year and next year.
And they'll actually be for sale.
Actually, they'll be on sale by Friday.
All right.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the new, all right.
So I just want to introduce Sean. I don't know if you want to say
Sean.
a few words. He's a
Yeah.
Barca fan, so you can see.
Don't hold that against me.
I don't. Yeah,
My
Met-
wife's from
Met-
Spain. I got.
Hey,
I
man,
got,
was it
drawn in.
37 unbeaten?
Yeah, pretty amazing.
All right,
So, and actually, as it relates to Barca, one of the beautiful ways that they play soccer is, even though they have great individual players, I always see Barca as functioning as one organism, and it's never really up to one guy like a Ronaldo or a lot of star players on some teams. And so we're just ecstatic as far as, to your point, the history here. I grew up in Corrales, graduated from Cibola High School in 1990, and it's just really cool to see New Mexico and just local efforts, Albuquerque, and really trying to do what we can to make a name for ourselves on the big stage.
Right on.
And what's cool about Positive Energy, we actually started 18 years ago in Santa Fe. We're an employee-owned company, New Mexico company, one of the highest rated solar companies in the whole country. And so we're just super happy that we feel like we're all in it together. It's all New Mexico people trying to put Albuquerque and New Mexico on the map.
And the thing we love about the partnership with them is that they're truly partners. They've gone out and put 10 billboards, I don't know if you've seen any of them yet, 10 billboards around town that are SunPower by Positive Energy Solar, proudly powering Soul FC. We tell them that we have a fan event, and look who shows up. So these guys are true partners. They're not just buying a sign from us on our jerseys and saying, let's sell some stuff. They really want to see our organization grow. Their whys align with our whys. And we talk about why we do what we do all the time, because we want to make this place better.
So we get to see you live here in Albuquerque the first time in when? There'll be an exhibition.
April 9th. April 9th, I believe, is the first home game at St. Pius in the preseason.
Right.
And we are playing, is that Fort Lewis?
Yeah, Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis
Fort Lewis,
College,
right.
April the 9th. The former home of Luke Lawrence and Zach Lawrence.
He's a Lobo
both
now,
current- and he's
boy.
a Lobo now.
He earned it.
Which we think is
He
great.
earned
And
it.
we're
He
so
earned it.
happy for Luke. He's a great kid. I mean, even better off the field than he is on. He's just a great kid. We want nothing but the best for him.
Right on.
So we're
All
happy
right.
to see him as a
Were
Lobo.
there any players in any of the exhibitions for any of the other teams that we should be keeping an eye on?
It's funny you say that because we played.
Because
Luke scored against us.
Ricardo came from
Trinidad State.
Luke scored against us when he played for Fort Lewis in an exhibition friendly, and Ricardo played for Trinidad State when he played us. So